Hi all, I wanted to do a quick video where we do weekly chart analysis of all our indices. We don't do this, I don't remember the last time I've done it, but I think markets have reached a stage right now where looking at it from a weekly angle will probably give us some insights as to how markets are going to behave in the next coming days. Before I begin, I would like to mention that this is an educational channel. All content over here is for the sake of education. Kindly read the disclaimer you see on the screen and in the description below. With that said, let's proceed. So we'll be using our custom fib levels. How to use these levels and how we have automated this chart is all there in the membership area, where we have mentioned what indicators we are using, how we have automated it, and stuff like that. All right. So we are at the Nifty spot chart. The time frame is weekly. As you can see over here, the weekly chart of Nifty looks like this. This big pin bar candle that you see over here is the election day candle when the results were going to come out. It made a big dip and then it immediately recovered. So since we are looking at it on from a weekly basis, it is all covered within one candle. Now after that, whatever gain it had made post the central government elections, the market has basically given up all gains and we are below. So basically Nifty has given negative returns in almost the last 1 year. The returns on Nifty has been negative. All right. Now when we look at this chart, what I wanted to also note is while Nifty was going up, it had left a gap over here. I hope you can see this gap. This is the gap. This gap was left on the 20th of November 2023 to this is the last week of November and first week of December. Nifty had jumped up and then kept going up. So this gap was left. This gap, sooner or later, I think Nifty will come and fill. Remember, the gap is over here. When we zoom out and check this charts, it looks this gap is over here, by the way. Nifty wants, I think, to come to this block now. This fib block. It started falling from here. It went up and down within this block. Now I think Nifty wants to come into this block. And this is where consolidation will happen again. It will keep moving up and down within this block. So according to the weekly chart, somewhere in the near future, 20,175 is possible. If it comes to 20,175, then this particular gap that we just discussed will also be covered. And technically everything will look right then. So can Nifty come to 20,175? Why not? From its current level, that's a distance of 2,500 points. And can that happen in Nifty? Of course it can happen. How quickly it can happen, with what velocity it can happen, all that is debatable. But yes, if Nifty wants to fall 2,500 points, it's no big deal. It can happen. Now, by the way, Friday US closing, Friday was yesterday or day before now. I think Friday was, what was the day Friday? Friday was the 21st of February. US has given the worst closing this entire year on Friday, and with how that will reflect on our indices on Monday is also questionable. Maybe we'll see a big gap down. Now US futures chart will again become active from about 4 a.m. on Monday our time. So if it starts recovering, maybe the damage will not be as bad. So we'll need to wait and watch. But as of now, it looks bad and we may have a big gap down. Now that gap down may also tear into this resistance that we have been noticing of Nifty. When you look at it on the daily charts, there's a strong support that Nifty has at 22,786. It's been trying to hold this. It has banged it once, twice, thrice, 4, 5, 6 times. It has banged this 22,786 on the daily chart, and I think the time is coming for it to crack. And once it cracks this, we'll revert back to the weekly chart, and it may go down with a bang, like, with a gap down, and then it may further travel and consolidate further. That's a possibility. Maybe this was the moment that we were looking for, and time has come for Nifty to break this major support on the weekly chart. On the daily chart, it's 22,786. On the weekly chart, it's 22,600. Maybe it'll break that coming Monday, which is the 24th of February. All right. So this is how the weekly chart looks. I think this is the box now that Nifty wants to get into. This box. And it'll go up, it'll go down, but the level that we will be targeting is 20,175 eventually, which is on the weekly chart, this level over here. If it does that, then this gap also is covered. Old scores are settled, everything will look fine. And then it has another area below that, where it can go down till 17,700, but I doubt it will go there. Even if it goes there, I think it will midway itself, it will not go down to touch the line. It will probably bounce up from this 18,500 levels itself. But yeah, 20,175 is a possibility, and it's a strong possibility. We may see it before May, June this year is a strong possibility. All right. So that's as far as Nifty is concerned. Let's look at Bank Nifty. Again, this is weekly chart of Bank Nifty. Again, there's a big support over here at 47,149 or 150. That's the red line over here. Let's look at it on the daily chart also, how it looks. It's looking like this, very cluttered, and what can I say? It's struggling to go up. It wants to go up, but then it again is pulled down. Post-election results, all the gains have been wiped out already. So Bank Nifty also has given negative returns in the last 1 year. On the daily chart, this 47,800 should hold, but I think this is how many points away right now on the daily charts. 47,800 is roughly 1,100 points lower from its current level, about 1,150 points lower. That's no big deal for Bank Nifty. If it wants, it'll cover that in 2-3 days itself. It can even cover that in 1 day. So Bank Nifty, I think, will try to hold this 47,000 level over here. 47,150 is the level. But if it cracks that, then Bank Nifty also will come into this box, and then it'll start consolidating, and the lower end of that box is 42270. All right, and that gap that was reflected in Nifty is here in Bank Nifty as well, though that gap was covered in Bank Nifty within a span of 6 to 8 weeks, but in Bank Nifty had covered that gap, but Nifty has not covered that gap. All right, so maybe there's more strength, inherent strength in Bank Nifty than Nifty, but these are the levels you can probably either learn how to do this fib levels yourself and have the same chart that I'm having, or just draw these lines on the weekly format and save it somewhere, because I think these lines will work out. I've been using this custom fib levels for a long time now, and I've got a lot of faith in them. They generally just work out the way things are shown. All right. So this particular mark is also currently the 50% mark, 42,270. Whether it will get there or not is a little doubtful, because Bank Nifty had a long consolidation before it started breaking out. Unlike Nifty, post-COVID, Bank Nifty immediately did not take off. Nifty started taking out, but Bank Nifty was not going up for a long time. So from current levels, we are about 6,000-7,000 points lower, is 42,000. Can it get there? Of course it can get there. It's no big deal for Bank Nifty to get there, but will it get there is a little doubtful. Maximum, I think it'll come down to about 44,000 levels, and then it may try to stabilize over there. But then again, see, Bank Nifty was at 32,000 levels when COVID broke out. All right, so in 5 years, I think this 38 to 42 is okayish. That's why I think there's little more inherent strength in Bank Nifty than Nifty currently. Nifty has got the weight of everything in it, unlike Bank Nifty, which only has got the weightage of banks in it. So let's just see. I don't think right now the scenario is very bright for banks as well, but let's see how things shape up. I think there's more strength in Bank Nifty than Nifty at the current state, so Nifty can fall, and Bank Nifty will also fall, but a little less. 42,000 is the critical level. That is 6-7,000 points below the current level, and 47,150 is a very strong support, which is this line over here. All right. So as long as this line is held, 47,800 on the daily chart, and on the weekly charts it's 47,150. All right, let's look at Finnifty. For Finnifty, we'll have to switch to futures because daily charts will, the spot charts will not work. This fib requires volume data, which is not there on the spot chart of Finnifty. So you can see over here, Finnifty is exactly between this fib level and this fib level. I think sooner or later we are going to come and test this support at 21,880. This is this red line over here, and who knows, it may go till 19,600 also. Is that a possibility? Of course it's a possibility. How many points below is that? That is about 3,500 points below. Can it get there? Sure, it can get there. This gap which it had made was already filled in Finnifty as well, just like Bank Nifty. All right, so are we looking at Finnifty also correcting if US goes the way it's currently going? Of course it can. I'll give you a what should I say, in the end, a rider to all that I'm saying. So this is Midcap. You can see it's currently exactly at the support of 11197, which is this red line. If it starts closing below this, then it's definitely heading towards this 9,700 levels. That whole gapping thing is not visible in Midcap futures chart. All right, and the election time, it had come down to 10,600. Post which it had immediately recovered, then it started going up. Now in the last 1 year, Midcap also has given negative returns. All the gains post elections have been wiped out. In fact, it's about how many points below that? In fact, Midcap is already 606 points below the election day kind of results kind of a day. So negative returns in Midcap as well. Can it go down to 9,700 levels? Yes, definitely it can go down. How soon it can go down, we don't know. That's about 1,500 points from its current level. But you know, Midcap is a volatile index. At times it just gives you, this red candle is how many points? That's an 800 point candle. So again, these are weekly charts, but Midcap is a volatile index. If it wants to cover this in 2 weeks, it can definitely cover this whole 1,500 points distance, 1,500 point distance in 2 weeks if it wants. All right, so I'm open to these levels coming up. I'm open to this Nifty going down to 20,200 kind of levels or 175 levels and closing this gap which it has left while going up. Now the rider to this all is, there is general consensus in the market that the market is looking weak and the market is going to go down. The only rider is sometimes the market can totally surprise us and go totally in the opposite direction and go ballistic. All right, and that is also a possibility. In that case, the market will just go boom, all right, and surprise everybody. Everybody's stop losses will be triggered, and it'll just take everybody's by a surprise and go ballistic on the way up. What will trigger it, we don't know, but the chance of that happening, in my view, in the current scenario is only 5 to 10%. Remaining 80-90%, I still think the markets need to correct from a logical perspective, from a chartistic perspective, from an overall perspective. I think the market is looking forward to a slight correction. It is eventually going to go up. Maybe the reversal will happen before the year end itself and the market will correct, and post June, July, it may start going up again. That's a very strong possibility. But right now, it looks like this next block is going to be tested in Nifty, and while Nifty is doing that, all the indices also will follow, and these blocks are going to be tested as well in all other indices. That's the general consensus. All right, so the only rider is this will happen. I'm about 70, 80, 90% sure that the markets will correct, and we are going to see about how many points is this, and we may see anywhere between 2,500 points correction in Nifty between now and June, May-June time. There's a strong possibility of that happening. The only rider is everybody is proved wrong, and Nifty just goes ballistic on top. Anything can trigger it. Some good news can trigger it. Maybe the Russia-Ukraine war ends tomorrow, that can trigger it. Something or other can trigger a ballistic move upwards, so we need to be careful of that. But apart from that, if the world continues the way it is doing, if news flow is currently the way it is going, then I think this 2,500 point correction in Nifty is definitely going to come, and it may come in the next 2-3 months. How we play that, whether we play that on a short-term basis or on an intraday basis, on a day-to-day basis, I don't know. Markets are very volatile nowadays. You really can't. It's risky to play overnight at times nowadays. But yes, the general consensus is the markets are heading lower, and these are the key levels to look out for when those key levels break. All right. So I hope this video was helpful to you in some form or the other. If nothing, at least you see how Fib custom levels are working, how this keeps drawing, whether we shift from weekly to daily, or whether we shift from daily to 15 minutes, you will see that it automatically does its calculation and gives us the levels automatically. See, so 15 minutes is telling us that these are the levels important in 15 minutes. If we go to 1 hour, it will work out the maths and then show out the levels, the Fib levels for 1 hour. It takes a little time, but these are the 1 hour levels, so on and so forth. So today what we have discussed is the weekly charts and where I think the markets are heading weekly. All right, and what are the key levels to watch out weekly. Of course, daily and everything is also important. So what I would suggest is learn how to do the Fib levels if you don't mind becoming a member on the channel, and it is something that you can learn and it will remain with you for a long time. All right, so thanks a lot, guys. I hope you're enjoying the videos that we are posting. If you're already a subscriber, consider becoming a member. It's only 89 rupees a month, or $1 if you're watching from an international destination. Also subscribe to our free Telegram channel and buy all your Amazon products from our Amazon affiliate link given in the description below. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.